Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, and share buttons to stay connected. Your support means a lot and helps this channel grow. So sit back, relax, and let's get started with today's video. Rocket. The 1 cent euro coin 2021 is one of the smallest denominations in the official euro currency system, both in physical size and in value. It was first introduced in 2002 along with the other euro coins, when the euro replaced many national currencies across Europe. The coin represents 1/100th of a euro, 1 cent, making it equivalent to a penny in the eurozone monetary system. Despite its very low value, the 1 cent coin has a deep symbolic and practical role in the daily financial transactions of the European Union. By the year 2021, the coin had already been in circulation for nearly 2 decades, and it continued to be issued by most Eurozone countries. Each country of the Eurozone is allowed to mint its own version of euro coins, with a common side that shows the denomination and a national side that represents the issuing nation's heritage, culture, or identity. Therefore, the 2021 1 cent euro coin has different designs depending on the country in which it was minted, but it shares universal characteristics such as size, weight, and material. The 2021 issue of the coin maintained the same technical specifications as all 1 cent coins since the start of the euro. It is made of copper-plated steel, giving it a shiny reddish-brown appearance similar to traditional copper coins. Its weight is 2.30 grams, its diameter is 16.25 millimeters, and its thickness is 1.67 millimeters, making it one of the smallest coins still in circulation in Europe. It has a smooth edge with no inscriptions. The obverse, or the common side, was designed by Luc Lux of the Royal Belgian Mint. This side shows the denomination, 1 euro cent, with a globe depicting Europe in relation to Africa and Asia. Surrounding the globe are the 12 stars of the European Union, symbolizing unity and solidarity among member states. On the reverse, or national side, each country applies its own unique design. For example, in Germany the 1 cent coin shows an oak twig, in Italy it depicts the Castel del Monte, in Spain the coin shows a portrait of King Felipe VI, while in Ireland it carries the national harp. In 2021, different Eurozone countries continued to mint their respective national sides, making the 1 cent coin of that year collectible for those who are interested in numismatics. From a historical point of view, the 1 cent coin has often been debated among economists and politicians. Its low value in modern commerce means that many people view it as inconvenient. In fact, by 2021, some countries such as Finland, Ireland, and the Netherlands had adopted rounding rules, where cash transactions are rounded to the nearest 5 cents, reducing the use of 1 and 2 cent coins in daily life. However, the coin still remained legal tender across the Eurozone, meaning it could be used in any country that uses the euro. In countries like Germany and Austria, there was strong public support for keeping the 1 cent coin, since many people still believed that removing it could lead to price inflation through rounding up. Thus, in 2021 the coin symbolized not just a monetary tool but also the diverse cultural attitudes within the European Union regarding small denominations and their role in society. The production of the 2021 1 cent coin, like other euro coins, was carefully controlled by the European Central Bank (ECB) in collaboration with the national mints. The cost of producing such a small value coin has always been a matter of debate. It often costs more to mint a 1 cent coin than its actual face value. Nevertheless, the coin continued to be produced for reasons of consistency, tradition, and public demand. Each 2021 issue carried a mint mark or year of production, making it easy for collectors to identify where and when it was struck. For numismatists, certain variations, limited mintages, or special conditions such as proof sets made the 2021 coins particularly interesting to collect. Many mints also released collector editions, often polished to a mirror-like proof finish and sold in presentation cases, giving the humble 1 cent coin a new identity as a collectible item rather than just a circulating currency. The symbolism of the 1 cent coin is also worth mentioning. Although it represents only a fraction of the euro, it emphasizes the principle that every unit of currency has value. In economic teaching, the coin is often used to explain the basics of monetary value, division of currency, and the decimal system. For everyday people, it is sometimes seen as a nuisance because of its small size and minimal purchasing power. Yet, in charity donations, piggy banks, and savings jars, the 1-cent coin continues to play a meaningful role. Many charities across Europe rely on coin collections, and 1-cent pieces often add up to significant amounts when gathered in large numbers. In 2021, especially during the COVID-19 pandemic recovery period, coins including the 1-cent were used less frequently due to the rise of digital payments and concerns about physical contact. Nonetheless, the coin still circulated widely, especially in traditional markets, rural areas, and places where cash transactions remained common. Looking at its design more closely, the reverse national sides of the 2021 coins also provide cultural and artistic insight. For example, France's 1-cent coin features a young Marianne symbolizing liberty and hope, while Belgium's coin shows the portrait of King Philippe. Each of these designs reflects a sense of national pride while being tied to the broader European identity. For collectors, owning a full set of 2021 1-cent coins from each Eurozone country is a challenge but also an exciting pursuit. Since each country strikes different quantities, some coins are rarer than others, increasing their collectible value. Moreover, minting errors, such as misaligned strikes or incorrect inscriptions, sometimes occur, and these can make a single 1-cent coin worth much more than its face value on the collector's market. By 2021, discussions were ongoing about the possible future of 1 and 2-cent coins. The European Commission had considered the idea of standardizing rounding rules across all Eurozone countries, which would reduce the need for these coins. Surveys showed mixed opinions. Some people felt that eliminating small coins would simplify transactions, while others felt it would erode trust in pricing fairness. For this reason, the 2021 1-cent coin stands at a historical crossroads. It is both a common, everyday object and a symbol of a larger debate about the future of cash in Europe. The coin thus represents more than just 1 cent, it reflects the balance between tradition, practicality, and the evolution of modern finance. In conclusion, the 2021 1-cent euro coin is a small but significant part of Europe's monetary system. It carries a universal design showing the unity of Europe while at the same time displaying diverse national symbols. Made of copper-plated steel, lightweight, and tiny in size, it has little purchasing power but a great deal of historical, cultural, and numismatic value. It continues to be used in many parts of the Eurozone, though its future is uncertain as cashless payments become more common and debates about its usefulness continue. For collectors, the 2021 edition is a valuable addition to any euro coin collection, representing not only the monetary system but also the cultural and political atmosphere of the European Union at that time. The 1-cent euro coin 2017 is the smallest denomination of the euro currency, which was introduced in 2002 as the official money of the Eurozone. The coin represents the unity of European nations under a single monetary system and is still an important part of daily transactions, especially in countries where small denominations are required for exact pricing. The 1-cent coin is made of copper-plated steel, which gives it a shiny reddish color, similar to older bronze coins. It has a diameter of 16.25 mm, thickness of 1.67 mm, and a weight of 2.30 grams, making it very small and light. The edge of the coin is smooth without any milling. On the common reverse side, designed by Luke Lukes, all 1, 2, and 5-cent coins share the same design, showing the European Union's place in the world. It features a globe with Europe highlighted, symbolizing unity and importance in global trade. The coin also has 6 diagonal lines with 12 stars of the European Union placed upon them. The denomination, 1 cent, is clearly marked, and the initials of the designer, LL, were inscribed on the globe. The national obverse side of the coin varies by the issuing country. Each Eurozone member state has its own unique national design on the front side, accompanied by the 12 stars of the European Union around the edge. For example, Germany features an oak twig, Ireland shows a Celtic harp, Spain has the portrait of King Juan Carlos or King Felipe VI depending on the year, and Italy displays the Castel del Monte. The 2017 issue of the 1-cent euro was struck by different Eurozone mints, so the exact design depends on the country of origin. The coin also includes advanced security features to prevent counterfeiting, even though its value is low. Like all euro coins, it has specific metallic properties and magnetic characteristics that allow machines to identify it. The 1-cent coin is legal tender throughout the entire Eurozone, meaning it can be used in all countries that use the euro, not just the country where it was minted. Economically, the 1-cent coin has been the subject of debate. Many argue that it costs more to produce than its actual face value, but it remains important for psychological pricing in shops, for example, prices ending in 0.99 or 0.95. Some Eurozone countries like Finland, Belgium, and Ireland have reduced or stopped the circulation of 1-cent and 2-cent coins, using rounding systems instead. However, the coins remain valid and are still minted in other countries, including the year 2017. Collectors often look at the mint mark, country of origin, and condition of the coin. A 2017 1-cent euro coin in normal circulated condition usually holds only its face value. However, coins in uncirculated UNC or proof condition made by official mints for collectors may hold a higher numismatic value. Certain rare minting errors, such as misstrikes or wrong planchette errors, can also increase its value significantly. In conclusion, the 2017 1-cent euro coin may be small in value, but it carries great historical and economic importance. It symbolizes the unity of European countries under a shared currency, while also highlighting the individual cultural identity of each member state through its national side design. Despite being the lowest denomination, it remains an essential part of the euro currency system, bridging tradition, economy, and daily life across Europe. The 1-cent euro coin, introduced into general circulation in 2002 when the euro cash changeover took place across most of the European Union, is a tiny but historically significant piece of modern monetary design. With a face value of just 1/100th of a euro, it embodies the practical, political and cultural story behind Europe's currency union. Technically, the coin is small and light. A typical specification for the 1-cent is a diameter of about 16.25 mm and a mass around 2.30 grams, with a low profile thickness that makes it easy to carry in large numbers, and it is produced from copper-plated steel, which gives the coin its characteristic reddish color while keeping production costs low and giving reasonable wear resistance. The common side or reverse of the 1-cent, designed by Luc Lux of the Royal Belgian Mint as part of the common euro coin motif, shows the denomination in a stylized map or motif linking the coin visually to the rest of the euro denominations. That common design unifies coins across the euro area so that anyone from Lisbon to Helsinki recognizes the face value at a glance, while the obverse or national side varies by issuing country and often carries portraits, national symbols, or emblematic designs selected by each member state, a feature which makes 1-cent coins especially interesting to collectors because the same small copper disc can tell different national stories depending on which country struck it. The year 2002 marks the first mass circulation for euro coins, and many 1-cent pieces you'll see in pocket change today were struck that year or in the early years of the new currency. Mint marks and small design changes can help you identify where a particular specimen came from, since each national mint used its own mint mark or initials alongside the national motif. Economically, the coin's face value is tiny, and in daily life many shops and consumers treat 1-cent coins as low-value tokens used for exact change, charitable collections, or coin jars. In some countries, practices like rounding cash totals to the nearest 5 cents have been discussed or implemented to reduce handling of the smallest denominations, but legally the 1-cent remains full legal tender throughout the euro area. From a collecting standpoint, the 1-cent is accessible. Because millions were minted, it's generally common and inexpensive in circulated condition, yet there are points of interest: uncirculated mint sets, coins with rare mint marks, early die varieties, and genuine minting errors can be valued by collectors well above face value. Look for off-center strikes, double strikes, planchette flaws or unusual coloration. Such anomalies are the ones that make a low-value coin suddenly collectible. Careful handling is important. Because the coin's copper plating can wear or become discolored, avoid aggressive cleaning or polishing, which can remove original surface and reduce collectible value. Instead, store coins in acid-free holders, coin flips, or a proper album, and handle by the edges if you need to examine them. For video or presentation purposes, you can highlight details with close macro shots of the obverse and reverse, a shot showing mint marks or edge detail. The 1-cent has a plain edge, and a comparison with 2 and 5 cent coins so viewers appreciate scale. Historically and symbolically, the 1 cent also tells a larger story. It was part of a carefully negotiated rollout of a single currency designed to facilitate trade, travel and political integration across EU states. Each tiny coin was both a practical unit of exchange and a public symbol of a new European identity, so the 2002 issues are sometimes kept as keepsakes from that major monetary transition. When assessing condition, graders look at luster, strike quality, contact marks and overall eye appeal. A brilliant uncirculated 1 cent with full original mint luster will always be preferred by collectors to one that has been heavily handled. And if you're building a country-by-country collection, consider focusing on first-year issues, low-mintage national variants, or presentation sets sold by national mints, which often include specially packaged 1 cent pieces alongside higher denominations. Pricing is straightforward. In typical markets, a circulated 1 cent coin is worth its face value, effectively negligible in resale, but specific collector interest can push certain pieces into modest premiums, and rarer errors or proof set examples may command higher prices. Finally, for anyone filming or narrating about a 2002 1 cent coin, small storytelling details help. Mention who designed the common side, Luke, the coin's composition, copper-plated steel, its practical role in everyday transactions, and the way its plain edge and small size belie a richer narrative about Europe's monetary union. And remind viewers that while a single cent might seem insignificant, together these coins carried the first tangible, pocketable form of the euro into the hands of millions, making the 2002 1 cent not just a metal disc but a piece of recent